I took a break from ripping Osuna in my car right now to say what's up. This is my daily video. I'm wearing my Sadud shirt. Don't worry, I'm at a light. Relax. And I'm wearing my Sadud shirt, which I made, and they're on Amazon. I don't even remember. I think you just type in ASUH, dude. I'm not even getting that money anymore. I think it's all linked to one of my exes, so whatever. Please enjoy. But yeah, I'm on my way to do a photo shoot for this freaking myself for this thing I'm doing, which is me. My course that's coming out in less than a month, and I'm so stoked, dude. I'm so stoked. And I'm like, I don't know if you can see, my hair is still kind of wet and it'll be dry by the time I get there. But what's so fun is I normally like get myself all done up for a photo shoot, and all of my photos I've ever taken are like, they just don't feel like me. And I realized because I was trying to I was like, what do I wear for a photo shoot? Like, I feel like I even Googled that one time, like what to wear to do headshots, what to wear for photo shoot, what to wear, wear whatever the fuck you want. What? Like, that's crazy. It reminds me of, I just heard someone talking on Instagram, actually Becca, what's her name? Becca Moore or something. She's hilarious. Anyway, she was like, why, if you're gonna wear something you don't normally wear on a date, she's like, don't do that. Just don't do that. What? That's like catfishing, to just show up completely differently for the date than you would normally, and then what? Like, have them like you for somebody that you're not? Like, just show up as a nice version of you. Like, and we all have the spectrum of being like literally gritty, freaking slimy little rat, and so hot it burns the eyes. And so just go for somewhere in the middle, you know? Or like, go for so hot it burns the eyes, but like, make sure it's truly you. So yeah, anyway, as I'm rolling up to this photo shoot, it's so different for me to not have, like I said, my hair done and the whole thing. But I did my hair and makeup for this last photo shoot that I had, and I got it professionally done. Actually, I had to use a wedding credit, which I'll talk about that in a second, because this is all for full circle anyway. But yeah, so I had credit, and that's how I started working with the photographer I was working with, and the videographer and the hairstylist and everyone, because basically I was supposed to get married here on Maui in 2021 or 2022, and I didn't. So I just used that shit to boost my career. Wow, I'm realizing how wonky I'm holding this. Hey, at least you know I'm looking at the road. So yeah, anyways, that's actually the photographer I'm working with today, and he turns out to be the photographer I work with all of my clients on my digital magazine, Maui Makai, which is like your local's guide to Maui. And we do professional shoots for all these local businesses, and he is my guy now. So like, how amazing and full circle and magical that, seriously, when one door closes, another one opens 100%. Like, all these contacts I have are basically my wedding vendors, and now I can throw sick events, and I have just such a good media team, because once upon a time I was supposed to get married. How so good. But anyway, I got my hair and makeup professionally done for this shoot, and no offense to the team, it's not like they did a bad job or anything. I literally just did not feel like me. And I know, yeah, and I didn't have the clarity to even explain that at the time. I was also just kind of figuring my shit out in the world. So how was I supposed to know? Like, I thought I'm gonna just look beautiful because they're gonna do my makeup, but what is authentically me feels the most beautiful. And I'm learning that now. Like, literally, when I just roll out in the outfit that feels like me, and even if I don't have my makeup and hair done or whatever it is, like, however you feel like you is how you're gonna feel the most beautiful. And if you don't know what that is, or you haven't explored that, and you're still used to like cutting out scraps in magazines trying to figure out who you are, or slapping on Instagram things, or, you know, like, just play with being you. And I always say I was really lucky. I started that at a really young age, but I also got really roped up in trying to be a lot of people that I'm not, and trying to be beautiful, trying to fit a mold, trying to whatever. It's like, yeah, I still like to look cute. I still like a little sprinkle or two of a trend, but I know what's me now. It's literally dude. So I'm rolling to this hotel, ironically the one that I was also supposed to get married at, to do the shoot. And the reason why is it's a full circle coincidence. Like, my photographer and I decided that we wanted to do the shoot there because I want to do some cliff jumping shots, because that's just so me. And also, this whole entire e-course is about being brave and taking the leap for yourself and listening to your soul and your spirit, even when it feels scary, and following your joy, even if you don't know exactly what happens next. And anyways, all of that is to say, so I'm doing some cliff jumping, and one of my favorite cliff jumping spots is near this hotel that I was actually supposed to get married at. And it's the place that I came back to use my wedding credits in 2022 or 2020, must have been 2022, tunnel. Okay, in 2022, I had to hold my breath, had to make a wish. And I used my wedding credits there with my family because they're like, we're not letting this shit go to waste. Like, we're going on vacation. And so I had to wake up every day for like 3 days to the view of my wedding, what would have been my wedding altar, like where I would have walked down the aisle. Talk about shadow work, integration, and just facing your fears, okay? And when I did that, I felt so liberated by the end of it. I actually did a cacao ceremony that was being hosted in the area, and I had this full vision where I was being held in this sacred pool back at my childhood home here in Maui that we don't have anymore, that my parents sold. But I was literally in this beautiful waterfall pool being held, and there were hummingbirds and all these animals, and everything was just holding me, and everything was just saying, come home, come home. And I was like, how? And they were like, just trust me. I actually totally forgot that's what the message was. Just trust me, just trust me, just come home, we've got you. And I was like, what about this, and the money, and the work, and the friends and boyfriends that maybe I'll have, and like, am I ever gonna meet someone here, and can I even have a career? Like, I really want to have a successful career. Can I do that from Maui? Like, how can I? And I had all these questions, and it was like, yes, yes, yes. I just kept getting yes, yes, just trust me, just trust me, just trust me, come home. And how cool, because for me, I always say coming home to myself really was synonymous with coming home to Maui, like my physical home, and a place that always felt like home, that I could feel myself the most. So I came home to myself and to Maui, and I think it's just so cool and magical that all of these things were just waiting for me and trying to show me like my way back, and they were communicating that I was safe and supported all along. And so on that trip, I ended up meeting this random woman in the lobby of this other hotel, and everything just worked out. First of all, I wanted to stay longer because I was like starting to look at apartments and see if I could like find a place to rent, and I'm looking and nothing's really like looking so good, and I'm like, oh, that's okay. And I tell my parents, I think I'm gonna stay a little longer. Literally, long story short, I end up getting a free place to stay for 2 weeks. I end up getting, somebody offered me their car to just drive around, and like the world unfolded under my feet. And I always say, like, when you take a leap of faith for your truth and your joy and you're brave enough, things will just start happening. So it's crazy. So everything works out. I run into this woman in the lobby. She says, oh my gosh, not only am I renting a room, but I'm selling a little cottage on my property that I like subdivided if you want it, like if you want to take a look. And I'd already been looking at real estate, just, you know, screwing around. I've been looking at places to rent, anything and everything. I go to her place and I'm like, oh my God, it's perfect. Like, it had a lot of work to do, but for me, it was perfect. It was actually something I'd seen. I said high ceilings. I said this deck. I said a yard. I said, like, I had all these visions, and it was exactly that. Like the perfect little starter place for me. And so I basically am like, yes, we meet for dinner, and I put an offer down, I lowball her, she says yes, and we write a little agreement on a piece of napkin at a sushi restaurant. And that is how I started my journey of coming home to self. So I just remember skipping down this path here in Maui late at night. There was nobody there. It was kind of slow season, and I'm literally skipping and just spinning and being like, I love you, 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 I love you to the whole universe, and thanking it so much for everything that led me to this moment. The engagement, the unengagement, the coming home to me, the using my credit, which is the same trip I used my wedding credit to like build my business more, and the people that I connected myself with, and this thing that just unfolded before my feet, and all the kindness and generosity that had been meeting me, and the support of this island, and the love and the peace and everything I was feeling. And I was just like ecstatic to be alive. I really felt myself like coming alive again. And this clarity and kind of being supported by my own spirit and everything else around me. And that was that. And that was in 2023. And then I got a little scared 2 weeks before I was supposed to actually move. I met someone in Orange County where I was living at the time. And that like threw everything through and for a loop, because I think I was just really, really yearning for a certain kind of love. And I was definitely scared to go out and do this on my own. And so anyway, I was 1 foot in and 1 foot out for about a year and a half as far as being home here. And I'm so grateful now that I'm back, and that I ended up choosing differently. I ended up ending that relationship knowing that we were going in different ways, and I knew exactly where my home was, and I lost myself, which made home feel all the more important and nourishing. And as soon as I got back here, it was the same feeling. I just felt like I fell back into the arms of love and alignment and ease, and everything that felt hard just felt easy again. And I just need to say that when you follow your joy and your truth, and you're brave enough to do that, it just does. It feels so much easier. If you're beating your head against a wall, like, what the fuck? Like, this life is so hard. Why is it so hard? Why am I working so hard in this relationship, or working so hard in this career, or working so hard to like connect to people, and nothing's working out, and my health even, like, because your soul's probably trying to tell you, go this way, and I know you hear it, and you're scared. And I just want to say, I understand that you're scared, because I thrashed for a year and a half and lost like all my hair in the process. Welcome back. And I get it, but do it scared, because the reward is so high. And I remember even saying to the universe, which I was like in a huge fight with, I was like, you are ruining my life. Like, to my soul, I was like, why are you doing this to me? And everything was just like, trust me, bro, I've got you. Trust me, I've got you. Everything is gonna make sense. Everything's gonna work out, and you're gonna freaking thank us. And look at me now, on the internet, posting videos all the time, trying to tell people, if you have that feeling, do it. Like, if I could show myself where I am now, then I'm just done. Bada bing, bada boom. So that is my little pep talk story of the day. And I'm just grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so fucking grateful, bro. Bless. Just bless. Anyways, definitely make sure you're subscribed to my newsletter, because that e-course is coming out very, very, very soon. The title itself is still being worked out, but the subtitle is From Self-Abandonment to Soul Alignment. And it's all about taking you from that place where you're disconnected from your life, and you're like, there's gotta be more. What the hell? Why is it not flowing? Why is it not working? I just feel like I'm made for more. To taking you across that leap, showing you and guiding you how to jump, holding your hand as you jump, taking you through all the processes that maybe limit your belief in the goodness of the outcome, tapping, breathing, meditations, visualizations, all these really psychosomatic practices that are so helpful in shifting your entire belief system and your nervous system to be able to hold the greatness that is coming in so hot. You literally don't even know. You're gonna be like, ah, it's so good. I want your mantra to be, I love myself and my life, which is where I am so blessed to say I am today. So I'm gonna go jump off a cliff. I hope that you guys have the best day ever, and definitely subscribe, stay tuned. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.